and I found it helps just focusing on the moment. It's probably my most powerful spell at my disposal now. Mindfulness. Oh, greetings, Podquesters. I'm fresh from a therapy session to process the events of last episode, so as to not go through that trauma again, let's keep it brief. Last time, the gang was looking for an aboleth, based on the information they received from the Frog King they got the cure-all from. After bringing the cure-all back to Name's town and gearing up, they headed in the direction of the aboleth's lair. Finding a tunnel leading underground, they made their way down, navigating various obstacles and rough terrain, including of all things an underground lake filled with deadly jellyfish, until finally they arrived at a submerged city. A voice in their heads guided them to a tower in the middle of it. Why do so many cities in this world have a tower? Upon entering, our friends made their way to the top floor, opening a trapdoor to an air-filled, dry and empty room. Then Mr. the aboleth called Cletus, appeared in front of them all. After taunting the group for a bit, the aboleth was finally convinced to tell our heroes the information they seeked after Blag pledged his servitude to the monster when his quest was finished. And so Cletus told them what he could of the first chosen, mortal creatures given the power of the gods to be used in the ongoing conflict between the deities of good and evil. Created by the neutral gods, if one side should win and upset the balance, the first chosen were to destroy everything as sort of a huge reset button. The problem is, the first chosen went rogue and decided to just take over everything. This is why the current god chosen in the world exists, to take on the first. Only a chosen can damage the first. Unfortunately, that's all the info Cletus had, but he did indicate there was another in this world who would have more detailed information. A being called the Evergreen. Who could that be? Is this Evergreen friend or foe? And how will our heroes deal with these first chosen? Well, I'm sure our heroes are more than eager to get out of the aboleth's lair and begin that search, so let's let them do that as we roll an intelligence check.
Alright, so you guys have just left the home of Cletus, the horrific aboleth, and he has informed you that you're going to find the most information about the first from someone named Evergreen. We'll say you guys have gotten out of his lair so you don't have to go through that horrific experience again.
That.
Yeah. And, Shep, would you like to go into that? You don't have to, but it is your call if you want to let others know what you clearly know.
Shep is clearly shaken that the Evergreen was mentioned. He only knows most of what the rest of the scouts have kind of been told about the Evergreen, but I think for now I'll just say, I'll tell you a little bit. The Evergreen is the head, she or he, nobody really knows what it is, formed the Scout Protectors, and I think to find more information, we're going to need to start heading towards a city called Silverkeep. So let's just go there, because that's about as much as I can tell you about the Evergreen. But they're in Silverkeep.
Wait, so it just existed one day and no one was like, hey, I don't understand that.
The Evergreen is an immortal. I think it's hard to kind of parse legend from reality. All I know is if we want to find more information, we're going to have to go to Silverkeep.
Have you ever met this Evergreen?
Every scout knows about the Evergreen, but it's just usually all the different branches of Spoof are that's the Scout Protector Order of Feyrin, is handled by the different branch leaders, and usually if anybody needs to communicate with the Evergreen, they go through the main headquarters leader, BP Thistlewick.
A no would have sufficed.
Noted.
You seemed a bit frightened. Do we have anything to worry about?
Oh, I'm not frightened of the Evergreen. I'm just more frightened by the implications that the Evergreen has something to do with that monstrosity we dealt with down there. Let's just say this is also the first time I've kind of been rattled like that from one of these things. Usually I'm very more about the information and, hey, this is great. That guy had big teeth, and it scared me.
Are you okay, Shep?
I'm fine. I've got some shade cuddles.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah, bring it in.
I hug you.
I hug you too.
Group hug.
Shade definitely goes in for some noozles.
Aww. Shade.
I love you, Shade.
All right,
How
so
far away?
Do you know how to get to Silverkeep from
Oh,
here?
yeah, everyone knows how to get to Silverkeep.
I don't.
I don't.
Just follow
That's why I'm
me.
asking.
Keep rolling.
I think nobody else does. Is
It's
it far?
Silverkeep. It's the giant. Yeah. Hold on. I'm checking my backstory.
It has detailed GPS coordinates in there.
Well, you should know where Silverkeep is. It's one of the largest cities in Faerun. So let's just head towards.
Obviously, we've all heard of it. I'm just saying I don't know how to get there from
You
here.
know what it is.
Are we also in Faerun currently?
That's the name of the world we're in.
There we are.
Wow. So did I now.
You learn something new every day.
I do. And then I forget it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Lead the way.
That's about as much as I can tell you, really.
Friend Shep.
So from here, the city of Silverkeep is a pretty long journey. So you guys have some time. Is there anything anybody wants to do on the way as far as little things you want to do or stop at shops? You do have the possibility of stopping back at Name's town if there was something you wanted to do there or any extra activities.
Name, do you feel the need to stop back at your town?
Yeah, I need to just check on the folks in the town and just a quick, hey DM, how's the town doing?
So when you go back, everybody's clearly doing much better. It's not a scenario where it's like, everybody's kicking, everything's 100% fine. But you can definitely see improvement. People are milling about. People seem to be getting their memories back. Your dad is still in pretty bad straits because he was pretty far gone, but there's definite improvement.
Okay. Name's going to pick up some extra supplies, and he's going to work on his tinkering abilities during the journey.
Okay, I like that. Blag?
Blag just would have gone with Name to make sure that everything was fine, but other than that, I don't believe he would have any particular business.
Okay.
Based on what we know, yeah.
Anything during the journey you think you'd be doing?
Just the usual. I mean, they say it every time. Meditations at night and things like that. And definitely trying to confabulate with Babushka about his current predicament with the aboleth, seeing if there's, any potential... What she thinks, basically,
Sure,
I guess.
yeah. And your old master Babushka, who sadly passed away, is, you can feel her presence there with you. There's no, particular interaction. You would even say there's less than one than normal, which you find a little bit odd.
I was going to ask, does it provide more comfort or more unease?
Yeah, it's kind of a little of both, because you can tell there's, something there. The connection's there, but, she can't quite communicate with you, even in the subtle way that she normally does.
Okay, that unnerves Blag very much.
Shep, anything in particular?
You know what? I actually will be flipping through my scout book, honestly, to get as much information as I can on aboleths, because Shep was very shaken by that and kind of wants to prepare for, kind of didn't like how he felt, how he was treated. I think we all felt a little unclean after that. After hitting the showers and washing off the shame, I'm, getting as much information as possible on these aboleth things, flipping through the books, seeing what I can find.
You find that most of the information about an aboleth is limited, and there are a couple notes about, essentially, if you meet one, don't expect to survive, is basically the overall tone you're getting from that. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're feeling a lot of ease that you guys actually walked out of that situation all alive.
I'll jot that down, too. Survived an encounter. Add my own little information to it.
You just add creepy.
Add shudder.
Horrified.
Felix.
I want to do just a couple quick things. The first thing I would have done when we came out of there and were away from the aboleth, I would have said to the group, and especially to Blag, I hope all of you are okay. Blag, I don't believe that was a lie. You're not going to hurt your mother and your sister. Don't listen to it. It was a monster. And it told us only things that would make us afraid. So I don't believe that will be true.
It was in my head.
I know. It said a horrible thing, I think, to all of us. And we shouldn't feel afraid. So
I don't feel fear. I feel hate.
And hunger. He likes candy. Give him candy.
Can
I'll
have
give you some
candy?
more candy.
I feel slightly
And
less
I'll
hate.
mom hug him as snugly as I
hate
can.
All right.
So your head's at his belly button, I'm assuming.
Blag does kind of tear up a little bit at this and definitely hug
It's
back.
okay.
Bring it in.
And then once that's done,
Well, actually, real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
She does that right after you guys leave the lair, and you have that really nice moment, and as you walk away, Blag, you and you alone here. Don't listen to her, boy. She'll leave you someday. I'm with you forever.
Yeah.
That's comforting.
He definitely clenches and quivers his lips.
Oh, lips. I'm glad you had to specify that.
Well, clenches his teeth, I guess. Quivers his lips.
And immediately after I break away, I'm gonna just go a little bit away, and I'm gonna cast Sending.
Okay.
Dev, if you are there, please answer me back. I need to know that you're okay. I just need to know that you are safe, please.
And once again, no response.
Okay. And I'll shake it off as best I can and walk back to the group.
I wanted halfway through that just to go beep, as though you started the voice there. Damn it.
Too early again.
It was too long. It was too long, my message. Redo, +3.
+3. Yeah. Knock.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
One other thing. I'm so sorry. This is important. When we get to the town, can I research Rakshasas, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, which town? When you get to...
When we get to Name's town, is there any information anywhere that may have a book on that?
You know what?
Sorry, Ben.
Give me a...
That was the most important thing.
It's okay.
I don't feel like that town was a large source of knowledge, per se, but...
It's all just one long run-on sentence.
Scroll.
Give a 1d20 just to see.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, you find the biography of the Rakshasa people about themselves.
Autobiography.
Right on.
Being a Rakshasa.
I am Rakshasa.
I was going to say, did we make the rock lobster joke?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Covered.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
Sure. I felt like we had to have.
Yeah, Ben hated it the first time and the second
No,
time.
it was not one of our worst ones.
Okay, that's not a compliment. But
It's a pleasure maybe seeing
So the
this
book was between the Rock Lobster and the Grundle book? Just
right in that zone.
When you read it, you can only hear Fred from the B-52s singing the whole thing. The whole time.
I like it.
The book's actually written in song form.
You find all the information. There's not like anything particularly amazing about them. But you do learn that they are these half tiger, half human like people. They are denizens of hell. They are super into mischief and causing mayhem. They are shapeshifters, and overall not considered nice people. They are masters of manipulation and have some magical prowess as well.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, Ben.
Oh, I can go now?
Continue.
No, she actually used your turn.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I thought I would get
all right.
something important. Go
actually, I
ahead.
forgot to interrupt Ben.
Sorry, Ben.
That's okay. I don't have any character introductions for you guys to ruin at this point. So we're good.
It's a gift.
Nock would like to do two things. First, the first time we go by like a boulder or an outcropping of rock or something like that, he'd like to take glory and hold it against the boulder. And basically, before when he had his long sword, he had a regular long sword, and then at the tip of the sword, he had made that stone. He had covered it in stone. Kind of gave it like if you were holding the sword upwards with the blade pointing up, it looked like a T. He wants to do that now, but on one side of the blade.
Okay, so it'll be sharp on one and dull on the other?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the point at the end will have half of the T on the stone side.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
so
like that
that
a
way
lot.
he can still kind of do his blunt attacks but mixes it up a little bit, try something different. So he's going to be practicing with that, kind of getting a feel for the new techniques that he could hopefully do with it. The other thing that he's going to do is he's going to approach the group, and he is going to... I'll do it in character. I feel that the enemies that we face appear that they will be great and powerful and potentially many. As I've mentioned in the past, I spent some time in the army of the Sanctified Throne Nation, and one of the things that army specializes in is small squad-based combat, particularly combined forces of martial prowess and magical. For example, in the squad that I was in, my recruit Durand and I formed the frontline fighters, protecting the magicians or rangers or ranged combatants that we had with us. I feel that my experience there would lend itself well to our situation, and I would like to take some time, perhaps an hour or two a day as we travel, to drill and teach you in some squad combat hopefully increasing our chances of success.
I'm all for that. I always want to learn more, and I think there's nothing wrong with being an effective fighting unit. Let's do it.
That sounds good to me.
I am pleased to hear this. It also helps me feel a little better about my own chances of survival.
What do you think?
I'm still wondering if he fixed Glory Hole.
Yeah, don't worry. I have a plan for him as well. I've taken this into account.
How do you
just
get
did a
the
glory
sword
hold.
into? How do you get the sword into the?
So if you'll humor me, my
No
thought
humor.
my thought is that in situations where we deem it necessary, VLX,
Yes.
you and I would form the front line,
Okay.
defending the others.
Okay.
Shep, we would have you behind us, providing ranged attack. And
Makes sense.
Stay behind Moss more, just in
Yeah,
case
believe
the
me,
flash.
I am a little concerned. We're going to work on your accuracy,
Oh, it's okay, Shep.
but
That's fine. Those are just bad rolls.
I know.
I believe we can make this work. Now, Blag, you have a very important role. I would like to... I feel that you would be our reactionary force with your abilities to move about the field of battle quickly. And primarily your goal would be to react to whatever it is that Name does.
Okay. Is it just clapping like usual? Because I do that all the time.
Wait, I get this set up, and Name's the wild card. I was about to say it.
Yes, Name will do as Name does, clearly.
So am I like babysitting or like teaming up with Nam?
It's
A little
I
bit
trust
of
your
A and
judgment.
B.
Okay.
You have ventured with him longer than any of us.
True.
You're all doing training exercises and Name sleeping on like the horse.
Probably.
And I'm standing over him staring.
You just put a child leash on him on his little backpack. You just attach.
I
a
already
rope.
have the one Tor put on me.
Oh my god.
All right, so quick question. Does everybody participate in the trainings? Does anybody think they actually would not?
I would.
I
In
absolutely
character,
would.
yeah, Shep would be for this, definitely.
All right, let's be honest, that question was for Name.
Name will play.
Okay.
He views it as playing though, not as work.
So I am making this up on the spot here. Everybody gets 1 squad point.
Ooh.
Squad points.
Squad point.
New
And
system.
how this is going to work is it's not as potent as a heroic moment,
Okay.
but you can give somebody a major buff to what they're doing, but you have to use it on someone else.
Oh, jeez.
So you cannot say, I'm using my squad point. Someone else has to give you theirs.
I like it.
Oh my god.
I like it. And obviously this doesn't mean like we all have to fight in a group clustered together
Right.
all the time. But in like a tough situation, if Nock were to yell out like form up or something, hopefully it keeps people closer to him, which he has a lot of defensive benefits when people are close, and we can be a little more organized.
This is wow, emerging gameplay.
Well, and it's like also it's absolutely what he would want to do because he's seen how some of these fights have gone and people running in all different directions, and
We're fine.
We've survived, haven't we?
We've survived, but his
Most of us.
military training has been screaming in his head the whole time.
Well, especially
so.
after that Cletus encounter, we're all scrambling to think of something to do.
Well, that's
Yeah.
also true. Yeah, it gives him something else to focus
It
on.
feels proactive.
Yeah.
As opposed to just our usual, like...
right.
That was very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
Well,
I was going to say farting around, and then I just made the sound instead.
I'll be honest, that said a lot without saying it. Like, it really, really did.
we all shit the bed.
I got the idea for the new promo. Intelligence check.
That was a perfectly orchestrated simultaneous fart noise into the mic. I love
That's
it.
what I call my autobiography. Simultaneous fart noise.
Oh, it was next to
band
the
name.
shotgun.
Yeah.
All right. So the training progresses fairly well as you guys journey along, and it takes more than a few days, probably actually a few weeks, to get to the city of Silverkeep. And as you do, you find that it is a giant, bustling city. Most of you have never seen anything like this before in your lives. It is just people flowing like out into the countryside. Even there's houses and farms and stuff that go beyond the city walls, because as the city just kept growing and growing and growing, it actually started having a hard time just staying together. But what you notice even from a far distance is that out of the center of this city is a giant tree. Now, real world things, I'm thinking redwood in the middle of this city, and it just shoots up out way up. And Shep, I think you know immediately that is the
I think it's by that big tree. Just a
big.
feeling.
Wow.
It's my first time in Silverkeep. Let's do the tourist stuff first.
I loot.
So you walk in, and
Darn right.
there is a bus doing tours. No.
No, it's definitely a 2-level carriage that you can sit on the top of.
People up top painting portraits of things they see.
What's the populace look like?
You are seeing like a crazy blend, like you would expect from a city. There are like people who are in very fine clothes and people who look like they're beggars. And as you move through the cities, there's definitely like sectors. Like all of a sudden you'll go through a part where everybody's ragged, and then you'll head to a spot where it's like, middle class and then upper class. And
Is it a mix of races?
oh, definitely. Okay. Yeah. This is basically every race you've ever heard of.
Okay.
Maybe not like, the most rare, but all the normal ones are there.
Okay.
So no aboleths.
Oh, tons of them.
Okay.
Every corner.
Hey, that other guy said he couldn't get out, and I can see a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, we told him that. We don't like that guy.
Cletus is creepy. Oh, we agree. Join us, other aboleths.
Yeah, so you guys head down, and as you get towards the tree, you do see built right next to it is sort of a large cabin. It's not tiny, but a very cabin-esque building in the center of the city. Definitely stands out, and on the outside of it, there is a sign that just says spoof. What do you do?
Let's go back.
All right, so a few weeks later, you guys get
Turning home,
You guys like the training so much?
What is a spoof?
Spoof stands for the Scout Protectors Order of Feyrin. That's the member of the organization. I'm a member of that organization, and I think we should go in.
Okay.
How high an elite member are you in this organization?
I am an optimistic otter. I'm basically the second or third rank before we actually have to start questing through the world and learning more about the different branches to prepare us for, well, I always thought it was just kind of to help protect the realm more, but after our run-in with Cletus, I'm wondering if the Evergreen had something else in mind for us now. And, well, that's a little odd, so let's just head in. I have some questions of my own.
Okay.
So not high.
That's like I said. The optimistic otter is actually the 4th rank up, because you start as a fervent ferret. I'll go through the whole list here.
I go in.
Yes. and actually, they'll walk in and Shep will be like, I'm talking about spoof. Yes.
I was going to say, Shep definitely is, still spilling out all the information as everybody hurriedly runs
Blag is
inside.
actually kind of interested. He finds definitely trying to find things to take his mind off of his indentured servitude to an aboleth, but he finds Shep interesting. It's not something he's ever really been privy to.
But I think when Shep's done his rant and everybody's already going, and runs into the spoof building. Sorry, I get carried away.
All right, so you guys walk in, and the place actually almost looks like a library for half of it. There is one wall that is just covered in books, but what is odd is it looks like all the books are exactly the same. It's just like the same copy of the same book from one end to the other. And Shep, you clearly recognize
it's the guidebooks.
Exactly, the guidebook of spoof. They're ready for any new initiates who come in to be taken out and handed over. There are a couple that seem to be like laced with silver thread or gold thread, and you're assuming that's reserved for the higher ups, or perhaps nobility or royalty if they needed a copy for any reason. But other than that, identical. And the rest of the thing looks kind of like how you would expect a ranger cabin to look. There's supplies, there's basic gear, there are things set up so that any member of spoof, as they need something basic, would be able to come in and get it. And behind the counter, you do see a small gnome busily running back and forth, preparing first aid kits, cleaning things up, writing notes down, and he seems completely oblivious that you guys even showed up.
Excuse me, can you...
One moment.
We just came to...
I'll in a second. Hold on, I just gotta...
Okay.
Alright, clean this. Alright, and sweep over here. And, I gotta forget that note. Okay.
Hello?
Name just starts helping him.
Alright, I love that. Go ahead and give me a charisma roll.
Oh, Name, that's sweet.
I actually have charisma now, so that's a 17.
Alright, you do a fabulous job, and he's smiling at you, and after a couple minutes, he actually stops and goes, well, I've caught up. I've never actually caught up before. How can I help you?
He puts a bottle of Whizzle Fizzle root drink on the counter and then walks away.
All right, the gnome looks to the left, looks to the right, slides it off into a pouch to the side.
Hi. We're here to see the Evergreen? Can we
The
do
Evergreen?
that?
No one sees the Evergreen. No one know how.
I know how.
Oh, okay then.
I don't.
Well, somebody must have seen him at some point.
Oh, sure, I see him all the time.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
And anybody
are you-
who passed the test.
So you're a no one?
Are you Mr. Thistlewick? Are you
Of course.
BP Thistlewick?
Indeed.
Wow!
And you must be a member of Spoof.
I am, but I am totally starstruck.
Well, I can't say I get that a lot. And he clearly starts standing in like a position like he gets it all
you
the time.
kidding?
Kind of.
There's a cardboard cutout of him next to him.
Are you kidding me? You're the voice of the Evergreen, essentially. You commune with the head of our order, and
Oh, that's not true. And also his eyes and ears.
you give yourself too little credit, sir.
Oh, I know.
But we're on an urgent quest to, let's just see. It started with me going to help out the stuff in the desert, and I ran into these people here, and our goals kind of aligned, and we went through all these different things, and we met with a really nasty, creepy aboleth, and, we're here to find out, because we heard the Evergreen might be able to aid us more in, protecting Feyrin.
Well, that is the main job, but I'm afraid that anyone who hasn't passed the transformative trials of the Tree of Transcendence simply cannot go up to see the Evergreen.
The transformative trials, the TTTT?
Yes, very important. And
I
unfortunately,
think I added too many T's, but I'll go.
unfortunately, you need a team to compete against another team to
That's
even
the other
pass the
team.
trial, and there's only one team here, so you need another.
We are a team.
We are.
Can we be a team?
Could we
I'm a
compete?
team.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, doesn't it?
I'm a Name.
Okay, then this guy's out.
Blag.
Oh, are we introducing ourselves? My name is Nock.
Hello, Mr. T. I am Violex.
All right, the truth is I'm not going to remember any of that,
That's
but thank
okay.
you.
We'll tell you again.
I
Perhaps,
pity the
I
fool,
cannot say it
actually.
is too difficult.
I like
Mr. T is easier.
Mr. T.
perhaps you would sign the young member's book. I feel like that would make him happy.
I can't
yeah.
do that. If I were to sign your book, I'd sign everybody's book.
Knock! Don't embarrass me in front of him.
You can sign my book.
I'm sorry. Perhaps he could have.
I mean, you don't have to, sir. You don't have to sign the. That was just a stupid. I mean, if you want to.
He's talked about you so much. It would mean so much if you signed.
Violex!
We won't tell anyone.
If I sign one guidebook, it would be in every guidebook, and then the signature would mean nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't want the guidebook. I want you to just give me an autograph. I've got my own personal notebook here.
Oh, well, I don't know. I've never do this sort of thing. 50 gold, please.
I give him 50 gold.
All right, and he signs it,
I know how
signs
these
it over
work.
to
I've
you.
been to conventions. I've been to the spoof conventions.
I was gonna pull my corset, just some boobs, not all the way, just the top.
Here's some gold for you.
Yeah, this will please you.
Thank you, Mr. T.
Name does try to swap one of the books for one of his trinkets.
All right, give me a... Are you trying to do it subtly or blatantly?
However, I would say he's not trying to be sneaky about it. Like,
Then
that's
give me a
just what
charisma
Name
roll.
does.
I was just deciding if it was charisma or dex base.
No, it's not sneaky. 13.
All right, here's the important thing. What did you leave?
Oh, it's not a Fergus.
I just want to make sure, because that gets a negative now.
I can't leave the music box. Is this guy boss worthy in his own spectrum?
I think, yeah, he's a superstar in his world.
And I leave him a box, and it suddenly plays A Cloud for a Dagger.
Oh,
Just
I
the
like
tune,
that.
though.
Yeah, no, I like it.
That's
All
what Nami's been working on. I thought about it, and I was like, he's now tuning all of his music boxes to play all of Court's old songs.
Oh,
As this is Kevin speaking.
Somewhere in the realm, a tear just falls out of Court's eye.
I'm being summoned.
I'm going to give you a bonus for that, and he definitely sees you do that, and he just gives you a subtle, like, approving nod. And then later, when no one's around, he takes that music box and goes to sleep with it every night.
you're gonna dance to it like Buffalo Bill.
man.
And then the spell casts, then we all just get murdered.
You've done too good of a job.
It was so efficient.
All right, so he actually says, well, the other team's actually outside waiting. Let's go see if they're ready to start. And
May I ask what these trials entail?
Oh, sure. Sorry, I forgot you're not a member of Spoof. So you'll have to go up the tree, during which there will be a series of
tasks to prove that you're worthy of some of the badges of our team here, and the first team to get to the top while having completed every task will have passed the trials. Now, it is important. There are 10 different tasks that you will have to complete as you head up the tree, and there will be 5 members on each team. No member can complete more than 2 of the tasks. Oh. So as you go up, do keep that in mind, because if someone handles the first 2, they cannot help for any of the others.
They cannot help at all? Or they just cannot complete them?
Cannot help.
Oh, no.
This sounds like a filler episode.
I like it.
I mean,
Have these tasks been tailored to our specific personalities and skill sets?
No, I don't even met you.
Excellent.
Bye.
Magic! Mr. BP, sir, I only recently just attained the rank of Optimistic Otter and begun my journey through the... Do you think I'm ready for this?
Son, if I know anything about you, and I don't, it's a strong maybe.
That fills me with so much confidence and confusion.
I have equal belief in you, Shep.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
It sounds like we're climbing a tree.
All right, and
Turn into a bird.
Name wins. I mean, tweet.
All right, I got my cape.
Oh, that's true.
First task, wrangle Name and Shep.
This'll swings the door open, guides you over to the tree, and as you get closer, you guys see there's actually a door built into the trunk of the tree, and he's kind of talking to you, kind of gesturing you over there, and as you guys start to arrive, from the other direction, you see another troop of all members of Spoof heading from the other direction. They get
They're
there.
all children. I just want us to be going against children.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like a brownies?
These are all youngins. I don't know that I would say children per se, but they are definitely all like young adults at best.
Nice.
And
I throw my net over them to prevent them from doing anything. I don't think I have it.
We
yet.
win!
Oh, no.
Shep,
You really-
as you approach this other group, you notice that in the lead, ahead of all the others, is your old rival, Emilius.
Shep, what is wrong?
I hate that guy. Sorry, it's just... I've got a history with that guy over there. His name's Emilius. I call him Amel. He just... he sucks. He's always a little older than me. He's always been the star of the show, and... Look, I grew up in the forest branch, and he showed up there and thought himself just so hot and amazing, and everybody bought into it, and I could see through him, because that guy is just... He would just coast by on the reputation of like, his family. He came from well-to-do means, and I just hate him so much!
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, hi, Shep. I thought I smell a wet dog.
Oh, hi, anal.
Would you like me to eviscerate him for you?
Oh, could you do that?
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
I know they promised that I'd win this, so I assumed they would send someone like you.
You're going down, anal.
No, see, the point is to go up the tree. God, Shep.
Every time you say that nickname, Knock is kind of like putting his
call
finger
him-
in his
I
ear
call him
and
Anal.
like.
His
am I
name's
hearing this
Amel. His
correctly?
name's Amel, but I ever try to slip in
Oh,
anal.
we
to
get
like,
it. We get it. But
you
Knock's
get
like, am I hearing this
Particularly
correctly?
unsubtle.
You are hearing
Yeah.
it correctly, Knock.
Yeah.
Hey,
I will try not to overuse that just for the sake of the podcast. Listeners.
No growth.
Was it Emilio?
Emilius.
Emilius, okay. Hello, Emilius. I am a friend of Shep's. It would,
You would be.
I need you to watch yourself, my little one. And I'm going to make my eyes glow red.
He's definitely like, you see the fear in his eyes, and
Yeah.
he takes a step back, but like he won't let it really show or react. He just goes, "Really, tiefling, Shep?
Yes.
I thought that would be at least beneath you."
Yeah, really. How's your quest to, become the chosen one to defeat, Narul the Unmaker? Remember that whole thing?
That's why I'm here. It's about to happen, Shep.
Yeah, sure it is. That thing's not even real. Have fun with your fairy tales.
And why are you here, Shep?
We're actually on an important mission here that actually will protect Faerun. Scout Protectors, Order of Faerun.
Oh, is it that Shade needs a new toy?
Shade growls. Easy boy. You'll get your time.
Well, yes, this is all great and good and totally how spoof people are supposed to act. So if you guys don't mind, we'll just start the trials now. And he opens the door to the tree and gestures you in. And as you guys walk in, it does not look like you're entering a tree. It does not look like some hollowed out wooden structure at all. It feels like you guys just entered a giant open plain. Ooh. And there's just fields of grass as far as you can see. And in the way back, a set of stairs going up, kind of spiraling up to what appears to be the stars, almost an eternity. Oh. And right by the stairs, there is 2 very large dogs. And when I say very large, I am talking elephant-sized dogs. One on either side of the stairs. One of them turns, looks at your group, and just begins to growl, while the other does the same to the enemy team.
Boy, those spoof scouts sure love their alliteration. Confidentially, I, Court, can't quite comprehend it. Oh well. Until next time, which I invite you all to investigate our idol's further inconveniences in our inevitable next interlude of Intelligence Check.
Wait, I just want to say, for the benefit of future me, that I did think of making an airplane joke when you said
I had that
plane,
too!
but I didn't do it, so just future me, don't worry, it did cross my mind.
Was yours jet or bi?
What?
Oh, when he said you enter a
Neither.
giant plane, I said, was it a jet plane or a bi?
It was a jet plane. It was a
Okay.
jet plane. Yeah.
What was your joke?
I decided not to make one, so I just decided I was going to try and do that.
You made Ben have to pee.
Yeah, I do that.
I had to pee and get a drink.